2, it says dilate EFG about the origin. So the first thing we're going to do is plot those points. So with your regular writing utensil, D is at 0, 0. E is at 3, 3, which is here. F is at 3, negative 3, which is here. And then G is at 0, negative 3, which is here. And then plot those, connect them the best you can. So with your colored writing utensil, we are dilating about the origin. So underline or circle or something about the origin, and then K equals 1/3. Since K is a fraction, that's telling us that our shape should get smaller. So when you're doing this, your shape should get smaller. Off to the side here in this scrap area you've got, let's write this. So if K equals 1/3, that means we are going to multiply by 1/3. Well, multiplying by 1/3 is the same thing as dividing by what? Okay, so down here, if I do 6 times 1/3, and you had to do that without a calculator, what would you do first? Whole numbers are secretly over what? Over 1. How do you multiply fractions? Straight across. So 6 times 1? 1 times 3? So then 6 divided by 3 is 2. So multiplying by 1/3 is the same thing as dividing by what? If I just did 6 times 1/3 and got 2, it's the same thing as dividing by what? Yeah, what's the denominator? 3. So dividing by or multiplying by 1/3 is the same thing as dividing by 3. What if we multiplied by 1/4, by 1/4? It's the same thing as dividing by what? 4. So you need to be aware of how to do these simple fractions without a calculator. So we're going to take all of these numbers and divide them by 3. So with your colored writing utensil, D is going to become D prime. So I'm going to put 1/3 here. So D is going to become D prime, and then 0 times anything is still going to stay at zeros. E is going to become E prime, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And then F prime is going to be 1, negative 1. And then G prime is going to be 0, negative 1. If you have a fraction scale factor, the majority of the time, you should end up with whole numbers. So now we got to plot our new points. D prime is at 0, 0, so it's going to stay at the same spot. E prime is at 1, 1, so it's going to become here. F prime is at 1, negative 1, which is going to move here. And then G prime is at 0, negative 1, which is going to be here. And then connect those as best you can. So the key thing here is you need to be able to recognize if your K value or your scale factor is bigger than 1, you need to know that your shape's going to get bigger. That's going to help you narrow down multiple choice answers. And then if your K value is a decimal or a fraction, you're really dividing and that your shape's going to get smaller. Because again, that's going to help you decide on multiple choice or multiple select answers, the ones that aren't going to work.